I've seen a lot of claims made about BlastProof, David's Shield. Most of them were vague enough to mean anything, so I actually looked into it. The claims, the Amish survival mechanisms, the real-world utility, and this is what I found. Trust metric. I verify before I recommend. The real issue with grid-down prepping isn't just the threat of a blackout, it's the quiet background anxiety of not knowing whether what you're doing is actually moving the needle, or if you're just going through the motions buying useless gear. BlastProof. David's Shield is pitched as an answer to that. Let's see if it holds up. What I found interesting when I looked into the mechanism, BlastProof doesn't just tell you to buy more solar panels or generators. It actually works by stripping away the need for electricity entirely, using proven old-world Amish methods. The reason that matters is that most survival guides only handle the symptom, replacing grid power with backup power, which is why results tend to fade when your expensive tech gets fried by an EMP. This approach is different. It targets 100% zero-power self-reliance. When I cross-referenced the strategies and features, a few things stood out. The DIY Faraday Shield. I actually hadn't seen this done so simply in other products in this category. It makes sense why it's there because it protects your vital electronics using cheap stuff from your junk drawer, saving you from $1,500 mesh boxes. Zero power preservation. This is consistent with what historical research suggests. It shows you exactly how to keep food and heat-sensitive medicine, like insulin, safe without a working fridge. Under-the-radar defense, small, but the kind of detail that tells you someone thought about the actual user. It teaches you to deter looters using home layouts instead of relying on power-hungry security cameras. Based on what I found and what a consistent pattern of historical off-grid survival suggests, here's what's realistic: immediate shift. Within a few days, you stop feeling anxious every time the news mentions an AI threat or grid hack. Short-term build. That tends to build into actual confidence over the following weeks as you gather basic supplies and secure your home layout. Long-term transformation. Longer term, you get the deeper transformation, becoming the capable, calm leader your family looks to in a crisis. The caveat is always consistency in setting it up. But the underlying mechanism checks out. Using it is simple. Download the digital blueprint and read through the modules. Most people fit it into a weekend afternoon routine without any friction. Give it a few weeks to slowly gather the cheap, everyday household items it suggests before you assess. Not a caveat, just how the mechanism works. Consistency is where your readiness actually accumulates. Something I always check: the refund policy. They offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. I read that as a confidence signal. A company that knows their off-grid plan works is willing to let you test it at their risk. That's not standard across the survival category. Worth noting. You've watched this far, which tells me you're not the type to buy on impulse. Good. The link in the description goes to the official page. I link direct so you're not dealing with resellers or inflated third-party prices. You can grab the core guide and the off-grid bonuses for a one-time $67 right now. Look through it, compare it to what you know, and decide from there. That's everything I found after actually looking into BlastProof David's Shield. Make of it what you will, at least now you've got the full picture.